I want to welcome you again to another episode of the Power 30 podcast. Today I have the pleasure of having Greensboro's own Bdaht in the house.
What's happening?
So the first question I want to ask is who is Bdaht?
Bdaht is a product of Winston-Salem State University. Irene's oldest boy, Carla's husband, Isaiah and Ryan's dad, and the heartbeat of North Carolina. I consider myself the funny bone of North Carolina. Yeah, I'm so NC, I should be the logo. That's
Oh,
how I feel
word.
sometimes. Absolutely. I reps it heavy. I reps North Carolina all over the country, man. I'm just a fun spirited dude, man. I just like to have fun, have good energy.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been an entertaining dude.
yeah,
I've been popular since kindergarten. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I'm just it's just me, just witty, funny, charismatic,
yeah.
braces. Nice six
Word.
pack I've been working on.
Oh,
You know
six
what I'm saying?
pack.
Oh, I'm out here. I'm out here.
I got the one pack.
Do you? All right, respect. You somewhere to
so
start. That's a nice starting spot. You feel me?
so like kind of my second question get kind of like in your past or deep, but like how would you tell somebody like to like overcome stuff they did in their past or to get to the point you at in terms of they may have made a mistake in terms of
Yeah,
what they did in their youth, but
yeah. I mean,
still being
like
successful.
it's funny you say this, man. I got a book dropping in August. The name of the book is Things Life Taught Me That I Wish My Father Would Have. I grew up in a single parent household. My mom, my birth father, he left, and my mom married when I was 5. I was born in St. Louis,
Yeah,
and we moved out here to North Carolina, and that's where I went to middle school and elementary school and high school. So I consider myself from North Carolina, but I grew up with a lot of adversity. I grew up moving around a lot. I feel like that's why I'm so sociable because so many times I had to go to different schools. Like I went to like maybe in like 4 or 5 years, I may have went to like 5 or 6 different schools.
yeah,
So I was always the new kid. And the new kid, they getting picked on. The new kid, he got to prove that he belongs and that type of stuff. So I always had to, and I was a funny looking dude. Like I
yeah,
always wore big, thick glasses. Like my,
yeah,
my vision is horrible. Like kids used to have unlimited jokes. So I had to, have a bunch of jokes in my arsenal as
yeah.
well.
Well, I feel you, man. I got the gap. Like people used to
See,
pick on me all the
see,
time.
see,
Like,
like
damn,
you
though.
see, I got braces now
I feel you,
because
though.
they used to kill my teeth.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, they used to call me a shark and
I
all
feel
kinds of
you.
shit. But um, I was a felon at 16, and I always felt like I would never be able to like fill out a job application
Yeah,
and somebody look at my paper and hire me. I always felt like I would have to use my mouthpiece, pause, and
yeah,
I always felt like I would have to talk my way into whatever situations, and I was honing skills that I didn't know. I went to Winston-Salem State. I started hosting events and learning stage crowd control and stage work, and not knowing that I was honing skills to be a stand-up comedian one
yeah,
day. You know what I'm saying? Like, so to anybody, I would say, man, like just adversity is nothing but a setback for you to come back stronger. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, just keep living. You
yeah.
know what I'm saying? Like, again, like a felon at 16, pops left when I was 14. I just, in my late 30s, I just met my birth father like 3 weeks ago, as a
That's
matter of
crazy.
fact. Yeah, I just got back from Minnesota. I met him. I got a sister named Danielle I met. I got nieces and nephews I had never
Yeah.
met.
So,
You know what I'm
like, do you
saying?
feel like that was something that you needed to just kind of let go of, or like really open up about your own life? Because I grew up in a single family household too,
Yeah,
so that was maybe something you
absolutely.
try to hide or like keep inside for a long time.
Well,
But
not necessarily hide, but more mask. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Just
mass.
more start to live with the fact that that's just your reality. That's
Yeah,
what it is. You know what I'm saying? But I always had that void. Like, I always knew I got certain traits from my mom,
yeah,
but there were certain things I was like, what did I get from dude? You know what I'm saying? Like, do I look like him? Do I act like him? Do I talk like him? Do I
yeah,
think like him? And after meeting him, like I realized how many things we do have in common. And honestly, we have some great qualities in common, but we also have some very negative qualities in
yeah,
common. And it was just dope for me to know that the negative qualities I have, they don't make me an alien. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
A lot of times we feel like we're the only ones that have these negative qualities.
yeah,
Like I'm the only one that damn don't like to take a shower every day, or I'm the only
yeah,
one that can't be monogamous, or I'm the only one that lies all the time. Like, and we're the only, but it's not like those things come from somewhere. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like I'm poor with money management. Like I
yeah.
suck with money management.
I feel you.
My
Me
pops,
too.
my pop sucks with money management. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, I'm starting to think that's just a man thing. Like, I don't
yeah,
even know if it's necessarily genetics. I think it's just
Yeah, yeah,
Again,
like we want to be more detailed,
yeah,
organized.
man, exactly.
Exactly.
That ain't us. We just more frivolous with our spending, more frivolous with our living. So like, we just out here free spirit, and women they like to plan. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
and it's like it's just certain things that I didn't learn growing up that you don't realize it really has an effect until you're in a situation where it's
yeah,
magnified. Like in my marriage, my wife gets upset with me a lot because I don't do a lot of the domesticated things that she would like for me to do.
yeah,
Like she grew up in a household. Her dad wasn't in the house. That her parents weren't married, but her dad was super in her life,
yeah,
and he set a super high bar.
yeah,
And I don't always meet that bar.
yeah,
And like because he's like he's cleaning the car every week.
yeah,
Like he's washing the car. He's out there mowing the lawn. He's fixing the stuff in the house. And me personally, like I grew up in the project, so whenever something was broken in the house, we didn't fix nothing.
yeah,
You call the landlord.
yeah,
You know what I'm
exactly.
saying? Like
Yeah,
when the grass needs cutting, the complex takes
yeah,
care of that. So those aren't things that I was in the habit of doing. So now in my marriage, like my wife, she wants me to be not more like her dad, but that's the male
example she had of.
exactly.
Yeah,
And I don't fit that bill a lot of times
yeah,
because in my perspective, I'm like, listen, it's not my job to cut the grass.
yeah,
It's my job to make sure that the damn grass gets cut.
yeah,
So I don't mind paying the $40 to get a lawn guy to come over here and cut the grass. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like, but from her, it's like, well, I want you to be more more domesticated. I want you to cut the line. And honestly, it has caused rifts and arguments in the marriage. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? Like, so it's a lot of things that you don't even realize that you don't have when that male
yeah,
person isn't there. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like and honestly, that's a lot of stuff that I'm gonna be tackling in the book, man. Again, it's the first of a couple of installments I want to do. The umbrella is Bdahtisms.
yeah,
And this particular first jump out is going to be things that life taught me that I wish my father would have. And it's pre-sale. You can pre-order them for $10 at paypal.me/Bdaht. All the pre-order books will be signed and that type deal. And I'm praying, I'm pushing to have it released by August. It's a super process, but I'm trying to stay diligent to it and make it
yeah.
and get it out in August.
I mean, so like, what would you tell your younger self now that you've learned, like maybe that when you were with some state or in high school that say, man, you should do this, rather than doing that, or in terms of like picking a class or picking a major, or somebody that's in college now.
So many times I look back and I'm like, damn, like I do wish I would have done this, or I wish I would have got a better GPA, or I
Yeah,
wish I would have got, these types of things. One of my biggest regrets from college is not pledging.
yeah,
I really wish that I would have been Greek.
yeah. Me too.
What Greek would you?
Probably Alpha.
That was me. I wanted to
Word.
be an alpha man so
Yeah,
bad, dog. Like I did, but my GPA wasn't high enough at that time, and I was King Kong. Like I ain't give a damn about no GPA.
yeah,
Like if y'all like, I'm the man. Like if y'all not gonna accept me for being the man, then like whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a lot cooler than any of these cats with 3.0 GPAs. Like
yeah. See,
that was my
I had a
thought
GPA.
process.
I was just cheap. I ain't want
See,
to pay
you
that
don't
money.
pay that bread.
Yeah, I ain't
God,
want to pay
why they
that
charge so much for that?
bread, bro. Like $1,000.
See, and then like my folks like, well, you can still go do it, go grad chapter. And I'm like, don't nobody respect no damn grad
Yeah,
chapter. I'm
true.
not going grad chapter. I need hazing. I need to get it cut. I need to get the wood. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like I need to damn eat onions raw and eat dog food.
yeah.
Like,
Eat ice.
I need to earn my stripes. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I don't really be about that damn grad school,
Yeah,
but that is one of my regrets. But on the flip side of that, man, like I don't have any regrets.
yeah,
Like I really don't. Like I do wish that I could pull up my GPA and show my son, like, look, your dad was a 3.0
yeah,
GPA student, that type deal and stuff like that. But again, like all of the scars that I earned, like helped to build the Bdaht that is here now. You know what I'm saying? Like I've been doing radio at 102 Jams for 14 years, bro.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like I started when I was in college. Like I was still a student at Winston-Salem State, and I was on the air. Like I would come in on the Wild Out with Kyle Africa and Capital J and do a shift with them and leave from them at 11 in the morning and go back to campus and start my day as a student. You know what I'm saying? Like I did that since 2004, and I graduated from college in 2006.
I mean, so speaking on that, like in today's generation, I think a lot of people like with social media or Facebook, they think that like success is just instant. You just got 1 or 2 like last week. Like you didn't put in the work to to get to where you at. So like, what would you tell like some younger like guys that like at 18 or 19 that it takes years to get to where I've gotten to, like appearing and wilding out. Like you just didn't get that overnight. Like that was you worked years to get that.
Absolutely. Like I honed a lot of skills. Like a lot of people don't realize, but it legit takes 10 years to become an overnight success.
Yeah.
It takes 10 years to become an overnight success. But you gotta understand like the credit hours that you have to put in to even establish enough material or enough life lessons to even be effective.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like now mind you, Wild and Out was a blessing. I did 3 seasons on that joint. Like, it was amazing. But like, I auditioned for tons of stuff before that. Like,
Yeah.
I remember auditioning for the 106 and Park New Faces when Terrence J won.
Yeah.
Like, I remember going down to Atlanta and sleeping outside that night and being in line that morning and going in there. And I'm talking about, I was out there for maybe 11, 13 hours in line to go inside and audition and be kicked out within 30 seconds.
That's crazy.
Like, I walked in there and they said, read this. And I read it and it was trash. And it was like, thank you. You can go out this door right here. And I was like, bet. And I'm thinking I'm going into a door to go talk to somebody.
Yeah.
And that door is fucking outside, my dude.
That's crazy.
I turned around and looked behind me and the door was closing. And I was outside with the rest of the people standing in line. Like, yo. And I remember crying all the way back home from Georgia. Like, I legit, my folk Jay Lee was with me. And I told him, I was like, I'll drive. And he fell asleep, and I legit cried the whole way back. Like, damn, like, I really, really sucked. And I like, you're gonna hear no so many more times than you ever hear a yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even this interview.
Yeah.
The stuff that we had to go through for this to happen. Like, the only reason we're doing this is because of your persistence.
Yeah.
Like, people come to me and want to do these things all the time. Like, right now, you're in between my work and I gotta go to the gym as soon as we're done.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm always fitting stuff in. Like, but you were super, super persistent. Like, yo, can we do this? Can we hit me up on every platform I have? Like,
Yeah, I am kind of crazy.
I'm sick of seeing this dude's name. I told my assistant, I said, Jessica, lock that joint in so I can be done with it. Like, this dude is on my head. You will not let me rest.
Yeah, I'm an entrepreneur, man. I'm real persistent.
But you have to be like that, though.
Yeah.
Bro. Like, you have to be like that. Like, there's a thin line between persistence and annoyance, and you straddled it. You straddled it pretty damn well. You straddled it pretty damn well. But it's effective, and you got to understand that, man. Like, in this life, you have to be persistent. If it's something you want, like, if one no shuts you down, this ain't meant for you.
But man, that's so true, man. Like, you know, I own like a cleaning and moving company.
Word.
And I just got a $20,000 contract with this apartment complex. And I was kind of annoying with them, like I was with you. But I think one thing I learned with her was that, like, she knew that I wanted a damn job.
Right.
She, you know, emailed me yesterday and said, "Hey, you want to do this $25,000 cleaning job?" I was like, "Hell yeah!" Yeah, but I mean, that's a lesson. Like, you know, not taking no for an answer or saying, you know, I want you to give me this cleaning contract.
Fact.
You know, are you gonna do it?
Fact. Like, if I would have, after I didn't get the new faces at 106 and Park, if I'd have just been like, you know what, I can't, I'm done. Like, where the hell would I be at? You know what I'm saying? Like, I would be one of your employees going to work at the cleaning business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't want to be an employee working at the cleaning business.
Yeah.
Like, I like controlling my own world. Like, I like being able to do my own thing. Like calling my own shots on some balls. Like, so I enjoy being able to be an entrepreneur with my stand-up and with my freestyle funny comedy show. And then I enjoy coming to 102 Jams with 3 Live Crew. And, and you know what I'm saying? Like, I enjoy auditioning for stuff like Wild and Out and Hood Adjacent, Catfish. And I enjoy, like, I live a very blessed life, bro. And then I get to go home and be daddy to 2 of the best kids in the world. I get to be a husband to one of the smartest, baddest women I've ever had the pleasure of fornicating with. You know what I'm saying? Like, life is good. You know what I'm saying? Life is good.
So what's been your craziest celebrity meeting, like within like maybe MTV or Wild 'N Out? Like, was it what you expected, or like what you learn from it?
I don't know. That's interesting. My worst celebrity interaction would have had to have been about 2004, 2005, where Jeezy and his goons almost beat me up at the club.
Yeah.
I was hosting a party and he was hosting a party. And before the party, his security had said, "Listen, I don't want you to mention nobody on this mic tonight. You don't shout out nobody but Jeezy."
Yeah.
I'm like, don't shout out nobody but Jeezy. Like, nigga, if my niggas is in, I'm gonna
shout them out. Like, what?
Fuck Jeezy. Like, nah. So, but I didn't realize what he was saying. Like, and so later on in the night, we chilling. And this was at the time where Jeezy and Keisha Cole, cats didn't know if they was really dating.
Yeah.
But like, cats had been seeing them out a lot and like that type deal. And Keisha Cole was in the club.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize it until she was leaving. And when she was walking out with security. And I looked and I was like, "Yo, Keish." And she looked and she sort of waved. And I was like, "Yo, Keisha Cole in the building. What's happening?"
Yeah.
And as I was saying it, I heard the security guard in my ear. And I was like, oh, maybe that's what he was talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But I didn't really think about it. So I'm chilling. So we going through the rest of the night. And they're like, "Yo, now before the party, I asked Jeezy security, could I get a picture?" And they was like, "Yeah." So I was like, "Yo, hold up. This guy, we are doing a podcast." We are recording. This is Rock. He don't care what's going on in my life. He's gonna come in and he's gonna do his thing. What up, that's R&R Productions in the building. That's my man Rock. Big shout out to the homie Rock. But I asked him for a picture.
Yeah.
And he said, so they was like, yo, we need Bdaht to the DJ booth.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, they about to get my picture with Jeezy. They must be about to dip. So I get up on stage, and when I hop up on the stage, my heels are literally on the edge of the stage. Like if I step 1 foot back, I'm falling off the stage.
Yeah.
And Jeezy stands right in front of me. Now he stands in front of me like maybe 5 or 6 of his goons like semicircle me.
Yeah.
So I can't go anywhere but backwards.
Yeah. And
Jeezy's like, you know, what it is, homeboy, didn't I fucking tell you not to mention nobody in this club tonight but me, nigga?
Yeah.
And I'm like, now mind you, it's 2 in the morning. We in the club. Everybody fucked up. Like I'm lit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm the biggest Jeezy fan on the planet. Like anybody from that era will tell you, I brought Jeezy to 102 Jams.
Yeah.
I had just left Miami. He had a hot song. I came back like, yeah, this is hot. Gave it to J Flex. J Flex loved it. Trap or Die was out of here. Yeah. That's how I roll. So I'm like the biggest Jeezy fan ever.
Yeah.
So I mean, imagine who you a big fan of.
J. Cole.
Imagine you're in front of J. Cole and J. Cole is cussing your ass out in front of the whole
like, you
club.
motherfucker.
I'm talking about big curse words. I'll fuck you up, homeboy.
Yeah.
You just got me fucked up. Like, don't you know we'll fuck you up like that?
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting there like, what the fuck? So that nigga like, get the fuck out of my face, nigga. And I'm like, yo. And him and his niggas, they turn around, they walk off, and I'm like, wow. And I'm talking about my feelings was crushed.
Yeah.
A lot of times, man, that's something that you don't learn when there's no man in the house, and that's something I'm gonna talk about in the book. Like, you don't really learn how to communicate your feelings. Yeah. Like growing up in a single with a mother raising you, and just the streets to help raise you. You're taught that the only emotions you can have is angry and happy. Yeah. That's it. You can be happy, that's cool. You can be angry, that's cool. But if you sad, are you a punk? Yeah. If you're paranoid, you nervous, are you a punk? And that's not fair. Like, men can have a spectrum of emotions as well. Yeah. Like, and we have a difficulty verbalizing those or communicating those, and it's really infectious in relationships. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get angry with your girl, or you know, but you don't understand that you might feel disrespected, or you might feel sad, or you might feel inadequate in certain situations. Yeah. They love for you to show that. And but you don't know how to verbalize that. And you feel like you're weak if you verbalize that, and that's so inaccurate. You're more weak if you hide those and you don't express those, because you just end up suppressing feelings, and eventually it'll blow up in the wrong area or in the wrong way. You know what I'm saying? Like, so at that time, like, I didn't really know how to verbalize, but I know that my feelings was hurt. So when I got on the radio that next week, I just did a break. Like, yo, like, imagine you meet your favorite artist. Yeah. You meet Michael Jackson. You meet Prince. You meet Dave Chappelle. You meet your favorite artist, and they shit on you in your crib. I'm in Greensboro. Yeah, my hometown. My crib. Yeah. Nigga, like, these is my niggas. Like, and you shitting on me, like, straight punk you. Like, it crushed me. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like, people was calling up like, yo, he should have did that. I was at the club, that was fucked up. Like, and people are saying, man, fuck Jeezy, man. Like, I ain't riding with Jeezy no more. The radio stations are saying how they was gonna stop playing Jeezy music, and word got to Jeezy. Because what people don't understand is North Carolina, especially Greensboro and 102 Jams, like, we make a lot of artists. Yeah. We make a lot of artists, dog. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is North Carolina, the buying power from North Carolina, like magnifies artists all over the country. Yeah. For real. And a lot of people don't know that. So when he found out that his Greensboro market or his North Carolina market, because the way it hit, there was no World Star then. This is like 2004. Like, but I can't remember what blog it was, but it was huge. All hip hop. Might have been all hip hop. Yeah. And it was on some joint like North Carolina bans Jeezy. Yeah. And they had my picture up there. Like, I had a sign up, and it had a snowman in a circle and a line through it. I was holding the sign up, and it was like, North Carolina bans Jeezy. And like, it was like this, and I'm like, yo, Wendy Williams called me. She wanted to do an interview with me. They wanted to have me on 106 in Park to talk about it. Yeah. And I was lining up these interviews like, yo, I'm about to goddamn make a run on this joint. Yeah. Like, I'm about to, like, I don't care if so you got punked by Jeezy. Tell us about it. Like, I'll be famous for getting punked by Jeezy. If that's what it's going to be, if I'll be famous for that, damn it. Yes, he punked me. Let's cut the check. So, like, it was like the night before I was supposed to talk to Wendy Williams. Yeah. Jeezy called me. Hit you up. At my house. I remember being at my house. Me and my wife, we stayed. My son was like gosh, he had to be 1, or she might have been pregnant. He might not even been here yet.
Yeah.
But I remember sitting up there and talking to Jeezy on the phone and him apologizing, like, and I could tell that it was an apology that he was forced to do by the labels, like, yo, like, it was a long night, and security came over and gave you instructions, you ain't listen, I shouldn't have handled it that way, da 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 da.
Yeah.
And I told him, you know what I'm saying, like, I've been a fan, dog, like, it just hurt, because I was a fan, like, you know what I'm saying, like, I dig, and I was in error by shouting out Keisha Cole, because security did come over and tell him, but I was fucked up. He was like, I was fucked up too, homie. And so it was like, it was squashed after that. So I would have been goofy as hell to then go on Wendy Williams and
do that.
Well, yeah, I talked to Jeezy yesterday, but yeah, he did punk me in that.
Yeah.
So at that point, I sort of burned down the bridge on all of that. But it was all cool. But like that was like one of the that was probably my worst
craziest one
reaction with a star to date.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that one stuck with me forever. And people still fuck with me. Like people call him, hey, Dad, you remember when Jeezy punked your ass? Yeah, I remember that.
So how was it like when y'all got the chance to talk to Obama? Was that like a interesting experience, man?
Come on, man.
Yeah, that was crazy,
man. Like I could have went without orgasming for the next 4 months after that. Like for real, man. This is President Barack Obama. Like it was super cool, man. Like, and just for him to call, like when he called us and he says, is this the 3 Live crew? And we're like, yeah, son. You know us? That's crazy. But it was super dope, man. Like, and you know, like everybody looks up to Obama, you know, especially if you're black. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially if you're a black man. You know what I mean? Like, and his wife, all the black women look up to Michelle Obama. Like, they were just the epitome, man. They were just dope. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I just don't think black folk gave him enough credit. You know what I mean? I think black folk, you know, wanted him to do more or expected him to, you know, like give us, you know, 40 acres, give everybody 40 acres and a mule, give everybody $1 million for reparations and give everybody food stamp cards and get the fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, he still has a country to run, man. But like, just what he couldn't do physically, I think he did more mentally.
Yeah.
I think he did more visually. Like for my son to see, for my son was born in 2006. So that was an era of his life that all he knew was a black president.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and that was powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like for his whole life, like this is the first year that he's had to live with a different president.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like for his perspective, like that's powerful. You know what I'm saying? Like there are a lot of other little black boys and young black men and older black men that saw power in a black man leading the country for 8 years.
Yeah,
You know
I think that can be related back to the church. Like growing up, you know, all we saw was a white Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, and it's like that, and that was the image of power.
Exactly.
But when Obama came to office, all we saw, you know, all young kids saw was a, you know, black president.
Black man. When you turn on the TV, who's leading the country? A black man, somebody that looks like you.
Yeah, talking articulate and, you know, knowing what to say.
But cool.
At the same time,
like he speaks well, he speaks articulate, but he still got that sauce. Like he still go and play basketball.
Exactly.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like he still knows about March Madness. He still gives a damn about the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
But he also is gonna go over here and catch Bin Laden. And like it was just like he was awesome, man.
Yeah.
He was awesome, man. Like I said, for us to have the privilege to speak to him for 3-5 minutes, man, like it meant the world to us.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay, changing topics with the interview. Like, I want to get a little funny or word association.
Okay.
So, you can answer this how you want to, but favorite position?
Doggy style.
Word.
I love to see that ass bounce on that meat. You feel me? Like I like to see that thing bounce back, grab a little hair with it, smack a little ass with it. You know what I'm saying? Personally, I'm a fellatio man though. Like I honestly,
bro,
if I gotta choose between head and sex, I'm gonna choose head all day.
Yeah.
Like dead ass. Like
that's a good feeling.
Absolutely, it's an amazing feeling. It's an amazing feeling, especially when you damn just gagging on and making all types of crazy noises. Oh man,
I feel you.
Bless me, bless me, and
Lord Jesus,
look at me while you're doing it. Look me in my eye. I like to hold your chin and just look at you too. Just
So people, no, like Undisputed, Skip, Shannon, they all talking about LeBron and Jordan. Like, who would you take if you had to win a game 7?
Game 7. I gotta take MJ. Like I grew up watching MJ, but don't get it twisted. When it's all said and done, LeBron James will be the best player ever. Like, he will surpass Michael Jordan.
Bro, I think, like, LeBron had a 40-point triple-double last night, and his team still didn't win.
Bro, he averaged
a
a
triple-double.
triple-double against Golden State, and his team did not win. Like, he's a man amongst boys. There's no question. He just never has the help. Like, this team he has this year is trash. Like, you look at the box score. Like, J.R. Smith played 27 minutes and gave
Scored
0 points.
Yeah.
0 points.
Yeah, 0 points. Zero?
0
Wow,
points
zero.
last night. 0.
Well,
He played 27 minutes.
He got a push. He pushed him in the
Yeah.
back. Yeah,
Oh, Joy. Yeah, you got a flagrant foul.
he got that.
Thanks, JR.
Yeah.
You're doing nothing. Like they're killing him, man. Like Nance, 0 points. Green, 3 points. Like these dudes are playing big minutes. Like this is the trade. Like Tristan Thompson, 11 points. Like it's not enough, man. Like, and it sucks. But when LeBron James is done, man, he's gonna be top 5 in every statistical category in history. Period. Like,
crazy,
he's gonna be the GOAT. He's gonna be the GOAT. And I love LeBron James, man. I personally love LeBron James on a more personal level because Chris Paul, of course, is a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Like we were in Winston-Salem together. He was at Wake Forest. I was at Winston-Salem State. So we ran the halls a lot together. And like, that's just a good friend of mine. So for my son's 4th birthday, I believe it was, might have been 6th. But either way, I asked Chris because my son loves LeBron James. And I was like, yo, can you get LeBron to just do me like a little video shout out or something like that? Because they were actually in the Olympics.
Yeah.
And it was Isaiah's birthday. We sit in the living room. My phone rings, and it's Chris. And I answer the phone. I'm like, yo, what's up? He's like, what's up, man? Like, I ain't called to talk to you. Put Zay on the phone. So I'm like, all right. So I'm like, Zay, your Uncle Chris on. He was like, yo, what up, Chris? He's like, happy birthday, man. He was like, thanks, man. He was like, hold on, I got somebody want to speak to you. And he hands the phone to LeBron.
Word.
And LeBron's like, yo, what up, Zay? And Zay's like, yo, what's up? And he's like, you know who this is? And Zay's like, yeah, it's LeBron James. He was like, yeah, it's LeBron, man. What you get for your birthday? And I had just bought him some LeBrons. He was like, I got your shoes. And he's so happy, dog. He was like, that's what's up, man. Well, have a good birthday, da-da-da-da-da. And he's like, thanks, man. He gave the phone back to Chris.
Yeah.
And I was like, so at this point, Zay's gone. He's running around the house. He's flying. I think he went and smoked a blunt. I don't know what he did.
Yeah.
He was all James. Like LeBron James just talked to him.
Yeah.
So I'm on the phone with Chris. I'm telling him thank you and all that and stuff, man. Like, just for, and they're on the bus headed to a game. Like, they had just parked the bus. He did this phone call, and then we cut on the TV, and they playing, God, who'd they play? Nigeria. And they beat Nigeria by like 50 points. Like, and it was just so epic to just talk to them and then be on TV, and we're watching them, and they're halfway across the fucking world. Like they're in the Olympics. But for him to take his time, and I know it's because he's friends with Chris, but even still, for him to take his time to do that and make my son feel special like that, like it just meant the world to me. And then Chris had a huge basketball game at Winston-Salem State a couple years back.
Oh, no, I remember that.
The lockout game.
Bro, yeah.
Were you there?
I wasn't there, but I remember.
Like, I hosted it.
Word.
I did the PA.
Yeah.
It was the most amazing event I've ever been to. Like, the only person who needed to be there that wasn't there was Kobe.
Yeah.
Everybody else was there. I'm talking about Rudy Gay when he was the shit. Damn, Kyrie, Steph,
John Wall,
Davis, John Wall, Kevin Durant, D-Wade, Melo, Bron. Like, everybody was there. And at the end of the game, Bron took off his headband. I had Isaiah on the court with me, and Bron took off his headband and he gave it to Isaiah. So Isaiah got that at the house, and like, so it's stuff like that I've just been in interact. Like I was the MC at Chris's wedding reception, and LeBron was like the best man. So we've had interactions there. So like, I don't like LeBron isn't my friend.
Yeah.
But in my mind, he's my friend.
Yeah.
Like, the respect that I have for him, like, nobody could ever talk bad about him.
Yeah.
But
I mean, Brooke, I feel like LeBron. Like, if you hate on LeBron, you just hate yourself.
I don't understand how they do it.
Yeah, like Skip.
Man,
like
Skip, my man, Chris, Roxy's husband, Chris, he's
Yeah.
the biggest LeBron hater, and I don't understand it. Like, because Chris played basketball.
Yeah.
So, and I really don't, like, Skip does not have an athletic bone anywhere near his body.
Well, he runs on treadmill.
Oh, joy. So I can understand if he don't get it. But cats that actually play ball, that don't respect Bron, and don't respect him being like top 3 ever of all time, like just being a specimen.
Yeah.
I don't understand it, man. I don't understand it. But if it's a game 7 and I can only choose one, unfortunately, I got to go with MJ.
Word.
Just because MJ got that dagger dog mentality, man. Like, he just got that fuck you. Like, I'm going to dunk on you, Patrick Ewing. There's nothing you can do about it. Like, LeBron seems like he got to get worked up to get that. Like, he's down 2-0.
Yeah, now he's gonna get the MJ mentality.
Now he's gonna get it. You know what I'm
saying?
MJ
wakes up with that mentality.
Wakes up. Him and Mamba.
Yeah.
Him and Mamba, they're the only two that I ever can like. AI had that too, but him and Mamba, Jordan and Mamba was just something different, dog.
Yeah.
Different.
So, if you had to go to any concert, dead or alive, what concert would you go to?
I never saw MJ.
Yeah.
I would love to see Michael Jackson perform live. Just the fact that he's the GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like the fact that he could stand on stage for 3 minutes and not say a fucking word, and 20 white people pass out. And then he turns his head to the left one time, 28 more white people pass out. Then he takes his shades off, and a little Asian person damn screams and damn blows himself up. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Like the Michael Jackson concert was like the shit. And I'm talking about like you got people passing out, and this motherfucker is outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it's hot in a building. Like this nigga's outside and people are dying. Imagine paying like $350, $500 for a Michael Jackson ticket. You get here, he stands on stage for 3 minutes, and you wake up in the ICU. You ain't even seen it. You paid $300 to go to the hospital. Yeah. Like, I would have loved to have seen that.
Yeah.
Alive, man. Like, I've seen everybody. I think I want to see Alive. Like, I saw, of course, Beyonce's GOAT. I've seen Prince. Rest in peace.
Where you saw Prince?
Yeah, I saw Prince. He came to Greensboro.
What, you feel like out of body? Like, was it like a...
I'm not a Prince fan.
Yeah.
So to me, I went for the fact so I can say
I saw Prince. Yeah.
But I wasn't in there, little red Corvette. I was just like, oh, that's dope.
Yeah.
He's still dressed like a woman, but that's dope. You know,
yeah,
like,
true.
But honestly, the best concert I've ever been to is Bruno Mars.
Word.
If you ever get a chance to go to a Bruno Mars concert, go. Like, I'm talking about this dude, man.
So he's like a young MJ kind of?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. He's MJ, but he's also Prince.
Yeah.
Because he can sing and dance, but he also plays the instruments.
Oh, true.
So he's up there with the guitar going hammer on your ass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, he's like, Bruno is that dude.
Dope.
Like,
yeah.
I want to see him again.
Yeah.
Like if you can only go to one, Bruno or Beyonce, I'm at Bruno. It's not even a question. It's not even a thought. And I seen Beyonce in the rain. Like when she came to Raleigh, it was raining. And
I think I remember that. Yeah, it was like 2 years ago.
Dude. I'm talking about like to the point where lightning happened. They stopped the show. We all ran to like a shelter area. And like 30, 45 minutes later, they was like, all right, she's coming back. And we all went right back to our seats and finished the concert. Like Beyonce is legit GOAT too. But Bruno, God, man, Bruno, like, it's just so fun.
Yeah.
It's so much life. Like, I went to the 24K Magic Tour, and me and my folk Los, we sat, like, we were so blessed, we sat front row.
Word.
Front row at a Bruno Mars concert. Like, I don't even think I can go to another Bruno Mars concert unless, like, the bar has been set so high.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, I cannot sit in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, unless you're on stage.
Yeah, in fact, unless I'm holding the guitar. I got you, Bruno. Go. You can't laugh while we filming the damn podcast, bro.
Okay, so 2 more questions.
Are we good?
So, like, what do you feel about HBCUs? And like a lot of people like talk about like Winston State and A&T, like they're not important, or like the importance of going to a black college. Like, like what do you feel about like your experience at Winston State, or are they still important in today's society?
First of all, Winston-Salem State University made me.
Yeah.
When I went to Winston-Salem State University, I was Brian McLaughlin. Upon leaving, I was Bdaht, morning show radio personality. Yeah. Had flown over the country a couple of times. Had been down to Miami for spring breaks. Had a degree. You know what I'm saying? Like I have Winston-Salem State, the logo, the old logo before they revamped it, tattooed right here on my right wrist.
That's dope.
Because they made me.
Yeah.
And I owe everything to them. Like I owe the whole Bdaht brand to Winston-Salem State University. So for me personally, I would never speak bad on the HBCU.
Yeah.
Like they gave me an opportunity. Like of course I wanted to go to Carolina just like everybody else in this area. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm a Carolina fan. I want to go to Carolina.
Yeah.
But I didn't have the GPA to go to Carolina. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's what I feel like. Sometimes people when you talk bad about HBCU, it's like you don't like you feel like your blackness isn't like you're talking bad about black people as a whole. Like you feel like we can't educate you the same way that other schools can't.
Well, like I have to explain it to my son, like because my wife and my son is in the 6th grade, so my wife and I are having the conversations about college. And do we want him to go to a PWI or HBCU?
Yeah.
And if we do want him to go to a HBCU, which one? And things like that. And personally, my preference is a HBCU. He doesn't have to go to the schools that we went to. Of course, she's an Aggie and I'm a Ram. He doesn't have to go to A&T and Winston State. If he chooses to, I'm going to fully support those. But I'm going to push HBCU off the rip. I don't like the fact that HBCUs are deemed second tier PWIs. That's the reality, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you have a 4.0 coming from Winston-Salem State and a candidate for a job has a 4.0 coming from Carolina, 9 times out of 10, that Carolina student is going to get that job before
Yeah.
you. And I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, 'cause I think that's more of a microcosm of like we as black people. Like we
It's
could like
America, period.
yeah, like we can have the same
Calvin Campbell
credentials of a white guy sitting beside us, and they can say, well, I'm gonna go with Tom instead of Brown or Ed.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And it's like, what sucks is there was a time where you would not even be able to go to a PWI.
Yeah.
The only way you could further your education was going to a HBCU.
Yeah.
Was going to a FAM, a Howard, a Clark Atlanta,
Yeah.
a Winston-Salem State, a A&T. That was the only way. And desegregation really crippled black people.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people don't like to hear me say that, but it's so true. By us wanting to be accepted by white America, be accepted in their schools, be accepted in their hospitals, be accepted in their law firms, we watered down and we crippled the advancement of our black schools. We crippled the advancement of our black lawyers, our black doctors. There were a time where in our neighborhoods, there were grocery stores for us in our neighborhoods. There were hospitals for us in our neighborhoods. There were schools for us in our neighborhoods. And desegregation said, well, nah, like, we should all be able to do the same thing, like, but there was no even playing field for real.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, we were still, like, pull yourself up by your bootstraps. Nigga, I don't have no boots.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still trying to get the straps. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
Yeah, because, I mean, I think you're talking about, like, how can we create generational wealth when we're trying to still work for someone?
Exactly.
Like, you can't create wealth for your kids or, like, for your family if all you're doing is working a job and or, like, not saving up for.
Desegregation.
Yeah.
Desegregation mentally made us inferior.
Yeah.
As black people. You know what I'm saying? Because it told us, yo, try to get over here with these white people.
Yeah.
Try to show that you're on the level of them and you can get into their institutions.
Yeah.
You can be smart enough to be a lawyer in this white law firm.
Yeah. You go work a good job.
Go work a good law firm. I mean, they're cool.
Yeah.
But this white law firm, look what we're doing.
Yeah.
And what angers me is, just imagine for 1 second. This is the Drankins and I. We always had this conversation, and we have it on air too. Imagine if all black people went to HBCUs.
Yeah, I thought you were about to say, imagine if Wakanda was a real life thing.
No, seriously.
Yeah.
For real. Imagine if all black athletes just went to black schools.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so we're talking about this year. Imagine if instead of going to Duke, Marvin Bagley went to Central.
Yeah.
Harry Giles, Jason Tatum went to Central and Winston-Salem State and A&T.
Yeah.
Zion, who's the most recruited player in the country this year. Zion, instead of him committing to Duke, he goes to A&T.
Yeah.
Trey Young, instead of him going to Oklahoma, he goes to FAMU.
Yeah.
Right? So you got all these guys at these HBCUs. You think ESPN gonna come?
Hell yeah.
So you think ESPN gonna start cutting checks for contracts?
Yep.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and then we start to compete financially. But who's gonna be the athletes to say, I'm not gonna go to Duke, I want to go to A&T? You're gonna need like a huge, like this class that came in this year.
Yeah.
This class was a class that could have did that. Last year's class with Bagley and them, they could have did that. But they need parents who are products of HBCUs to preach that to them.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like Bagley, if Bagley's parents went to HBCUs, they would have been preaching that to him. He would have been going to homecomings and seeing the love that you get at homecomings and how it's a whole different energy and the love amongst black people and you know what? I want this vibe.
Yeah.
And he would have possibly gone to a HBCU.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, but it's got to start there. It's got to start with the big names saying, "Man, fuck the Dukes and the Carolinas and the Alabamas and shit. We're gonna take our football prowess to FAM and to Howard and to Hampton. Fuck that. And we're gonna take our basketball. We're gonna take our athletics there. We're gonna take our scholars there."
Yeah, and sometimes maybe the root of it is the economics. Like, how can HBCUs offer them the same money that a bigger school offers them?
But see, it ain't the money.
Yeah,
you're not even getting money. You're getting an education. You see what I'm saying? So if Winston State says we'll give you a free education to come play here, they'll do that.
Yeah.
But it's not about that. Like the kid doesn't see. Like the kid, like the average kid is like, man, I'm not going to Winston State when I'm getting accepted to Texas.
Yeah.
I'm going to Texas. They're gonna be on TV. Winston State ain't gonna be on TV.
Yeah.
And that's true. But the reason why is because you won't go to Winston-Salem State.
Yeah.
If enough Zions and Bagleys went to Winston-Salem States and A&Ts, trust and believe, them TVs is coming.
Yeah.
Them TVs don't give a fuck where it's at.
Yeah.
They just need it for their tips, for their shows.
Yeah.
So trust them, like the same way when they put different high school games on television. Why? Because it's a big name. When Austin Rivers was in high school, I saw every one of his games.
Yeah,
Everyone.
yeah, it was the audience and the exposure.
When LeBron James was in high school, we saw every St. Mary, St. Vincent game they had.
Yeah.
You feel me? Because if you're a big enough star, they're going to come find you.
Yeah.
Wherever you are. So you're doing more for that institution than you're doing for yourself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that honestly, I wish there was a way that we could counter that. I don't think it's possible. I just don't think it's possible to ever get everybody on the same page for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know when this podcast is going to drop, but today's date is May the 16th, and today is in Guilford County schools, no teachers are at work today. No, they canceled school because all the teachers are in Raleigh protesting. And one of my homies, Damo, she's keeping me updated, and it's like 25,000 teachers in Raleigh right now.
That's crazy.
25,000 teachers in Raleigh right now.
Yeah.
And 24,990 of them are white.
That's crazy.
Well, black people, man, black people just don't like it's just so hard to just organize black people to be on the same page and fight for a cause all the time, man. Like, black people like jumping on shit when it's hot. Like, fuck Starbucks. We boycott Starbucks. Bitch, you don't drink Starbucks no way. Like, you ain't really doing that.
Yeah.
Fuck H&M. We ain't doing H&M no more. And then like a month later, you right back in H&M to get you a 1999 sweatshirt or sweats. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't stick to nothing for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, and if they acted like we act now in the civil rights era, we still be on the back of the bus, my nigga.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? Like, we still be drinking from a white or a black only water fountain, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody in this generation, I'm not gonna say nobody.
Cares.
I'm not gonna say nobody because I don't want to blanket it, but the majority of the people do not want to sacrifice.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because it's not going to benefit them in the now. But what you got to understand is you might not get the benefits of your sacrifice, but the people coming behind you, they get the benefits.
Yeah.
Just like the civil rights struggle, my nigga. Like they got dogs sicked on them, killed, locked up, beat.
Yeah.
But we get the chill. We get to ride on the front of the bus.
Yeah.
We get to drink from any water fountain we want to. And we have to appreciate them for laying that foundation. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I get angry when teachers aren't supportive of this protest that they're doing today. You know what I'm saying? Especially black teachers.
Yeah.
I get super upset because if anybody should understand how important numbers are and how important it is to rally together and big numbers, it should be black people.
Yeah.
Just from what we've come from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and the fact that we don't take it that serious, it's just it's deflating. It's discouraging.
I mean, do you think it's in large part due to like social media and Facebook and Instagram? Like, it's more of a like a me type of like society, or it's like if I'm not getting enough likes or if I'm not getting enough follows on Facebook, then it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like if my profile isn't the best, or if I don't get 300 or 200 likes on Instagram, then fuck y'all. Like,
but it's really more of the fact that social media is so microwave now. Social media is so right now, pop up, pop up, and it's gone tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, people always, it makes me laugh. People come on social media, like on Twitter or Instagram, and say, "I'm back. I was gone for a minute." Bitch, guess who didn't notice? Nobody notices. You never notice when motherfuckers is not there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when they pop back up, you're like, "Oh, damn, I haven't seen you in a while."
Yeah.
But when you're just rolling through every day, you're not saying, "You know what? I haven't seen Bdaht post in a while. Where's Bdaht?"
Yeah.
Because shit moves so fast.
Yeah.
And everything is always moving forward that you don't really get a time to sit and think on what's going on. Like right now it's the teachers. Ain't nobody talking about Philando Castile. Ain't nobody talking about Sean Garner or Eric Garner. Nobody's talking about these things. You know what I'm saying? Like, but
or those two guys that were lynched, I think, in Ohio or Mississippi.
Or the guy that was just killed or beat up at the Waffle House. Like,
nobody cares. Kind of. I think technology is kind of like desensitized us to.
There you go.
Like, he was on. Whatever. Moving on.
There you go. I just saw a story like that. Dang, another person was on. Damn. Oh, damn. She naked.
Yeah, she twerking. Oh, yeah.
Like, I put up and this is what I'm doing. My second annual Drive for 5 EOG pep rally tour, right? And last year I did 6 schools. This year I'm doing 11. And for the car show, I took a bunch of pictures. I had my shirt off because I've been working out, so I've been
word.
I've been putting out the thirst traps.
Yeah.
I've been putting out the thirst traps on.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? What's up? Huh? I've been giving the people what they want. Huh? But I put up a post with me with my shirt off, and I'm talking about like over 1,000 likes.
Yeah.
Right? And then I put up a flyer of the 10 schools that I was going to be going to.
Yeah.
Now I got 60,000 followers. I put up a flyer of the schools I was going to be going to for the tour. 62 likes.
That's crazy. 62.
And I put it on my Instagram story. I was like, damn, like, I put up a picture of me, and I'm not the heartthrob nigga. Like, I've never been look at me.
Yeah.
So when motherfuckers is, dang, dog, I see you, and the eyes, like, to me, it's funny, like, really, like, literally anybody can be a heartthrob at this point. If y'all is liking and googly eyes and this nigga shit, anybody can win out here. You know what I'm saying? So, like, to get that type of attention is one thing, but the shit that I'm really passionate about, like going out in this community and letting these kids know that they ain't gotta be rappers, they ain't gotta be athletes, like they can be doctors, you know what I'm saying? Like they can be veterinarians, like they can do podcasts.
Bro, that's exactly why I do this podcast, like to inspire people like through you.
But the fact that that's the shit that I'm passionate about and that shit gets 60 likes.
Yeah.
Like that really, really fucked with me. And I put that on my Instagram story, like I'm really disappointed that y'all care more about my six-pack than y'all do these 11 schools I'm going to try to uplift the community. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can tell that it sort of made motherfuckers go like, damn, that is sort of fucked up because the likes went up to like 200. You know what I'm saying? Like, but even still, like, that's where we are, man. Yeah. Like, it's just a egotistical, emotionally selfish time we're in. Yeah. Because of social media. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Social media, it just fuels that and it feeds that. And I'm in a situation where in our line of work, we need social media. Exactly. You need them views, you need them hits, you need them reposts, you need them shares. Yeah. So we have to constantly like what about Hobie's walking around other shit? Like every time I see you in that phone, I was like, man, between text, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.
Yeah, that's my job.
My nigga, like, and all of them are different identities. It ain't like I can post one thing on Instagram and like send it to Facebook, send it to Twitter. I can do that, but it's not the same energy. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like Twitter is a different energy than Instagram. Yeah. Which is a different energy than Snapchat. Which is a different energy than Facebook. Yeah. So you got to have different personalities and different execution for all of those, and those take time. So when I'm sitting here thinking of captions or witty ways to keep you engaged, like. That shit takes time. It is a job. Yeah, exactly. It legit is a job on top of radio, on top of parenting, on top of being a husband, on top of being, you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, that's why it took us so long to do this interview. Yeah. Like, a nigga is always working, bro.
So my last question.
What's up?
So, like, what are, like, some words or a quote that you live by or that you learned over the years that say, this is what I want to be remembered by, or this is how I want to live my life? This is what I want my son to say. This is how Bdaht Brian, wanted him to emulate.
One thing is just always be prepared. Like, just always be prepared. Success is when preparation meets opportunity. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you're prepared and the opportunity hits, you'll be successful. Yeah. If the opportunity hits and you're not prepared, won't be successful. Yeah. If you're prepared but you don't get the opportunity, it's kind of tough to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Like, those two have to meet. So like that's one of my biggest quotes that I always live by. Preparation is when opportunity and success meet. I also like to tell people, man, just keep living. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, I always ask people, like, and this is something that an OG once told me, or asked me. He said, what was your biggest problem last year? Like the biggest problem, like you was like, yo, I'm not gonna make it past this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way I could, like, my life is over. Yeah. Like, maybe it was you got locked up or something. Maybe you got a charge. Maybe you came home and you was evicted. Maybe you lost your car, got repoed. Maybe you got a divorce. Maybe you lost a kid. Like, what was the biggest issue that you suffered last year? Most of the time, you can't even remember. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time, you don't even remember what your biggest problem was a year ago.
Oh, you saying so sometimes we think our problem is a stop sign, but it's really a yield.
Absolutely. Like, most times you don't. And if you do remember what the problem was, look at you now. Yeah. It's not even a problem no more. Now you got something else that's even a bigger problem there. Oh, last year's problem ain't got shit on this problem. Yeah. And guess what's going to happen a year from now? the problem that you're facing today
Yeah.
ain't gonna be shit. You're not even gonna remember it.
Yeah.
Just keep living. You know what I'm saying? Like, just like you said, like, a problem ain't a stop sign, my nigga. It's the yellow light.
Yeah.
Like, on the road, like, I'm not the nigga that stops at the yellow light.
Yeah.
You feel me? Like, when I'm driving and the green light turns yellow,
Yeah.
I'm not the nigga that slows down.
Yeah, bro, I got pulled over for that one time.
I'm the nigga that goes.
Yeah.
Real shit. Like, I'm gonna go through the yellow light, my nigga. It's a caution. Like, roll through that. Like, keep living, dog. Like,
I feel you. So, like, maybe in life there's no real stop signs. There might be a turn or yield or...
The stop sign is when your heart stops.
Yeah.
Dead ass. As long as your heart is beating, dog, that's another day, another opportunity that God has given you to be great.
Yeah.
And the last thing that I would just like to say is a message or a word that I got from Terrence J. Just about, you know, you spoke on generational wealth.
Yeah.
And everybody, of course, everybody want that M. Like, everybody, I want a million. Like, and I was just talking to my folk, Famous Amos, and we were just having this conversation at the car show. And I was just telling him, man, like, in order to be a millionaire, you have to have 10 streams of income at the least.
Yeah.
Period. 10 streams of income. Like, don't even think about being a millionaire until you have that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and so I do radio, I do hosting, I got a book coming, I do acting, I do my comedy show, stand up. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that, and that's just 6.
Yeah.
That's just 6, and I be working.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, so, like, that should be your focus. Like, how can I generate 10 streams? Like, I got my podcast, I got my cleaning service. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are other things that I do that I like doing?
Exactly.
Because if you like doing it, it's gonna come easy to you.
Bro, I was talking to one of my friends I used to work with at the bank, and I said, well, you know, what in your life is something you hate doing the most? He's like, my job. Like, so why the hell why are you working there?
That's the worst, man. It's nothing worse than finishing college. And that's something else too, man. Stay in college until you have it figured out.
Yeah.
Like, don't think you got to rush and do them 4 years.
Yeah.
Like, 4 years and I'm out. Graduate. Woo, thank you, God. Now what you about to do? I don't know, man, but I ain't got college no more. Bitch, you lost.
Yeah.
You lost. If you don't have, and that's something I say to all my college folks, man. Intern. Don't wait till your senior year to intern. Get you an internship freshman year and go somewhere. Like, if you want to do sports, go up to Bristol and do an internship that summer at ESPN.
Yeah, like, even if they don't pay you, like the experience is...
Fuck the pay.
Yeah.
You will never get paid. First of all, you'll never get paid what you're worth, period. Or what you feel like you deserve, period. But if you go in looking for pay, you'll never make money. It's not the pay, it's the stuff that you would do for free. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're not getting paid for this podcast.
Yeah.
But you enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like I worked on radio for 2 years before I got money.
Yeah.
I would have done that for free forever. Not really, bro. But it's a job. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Stand up, going around the country, talking to people and making them laugh. I would do that for free.
Yeah.
Not really, but you see what I'm saying? Like, if it's something that you would do for free, like something that, like, I love doing this, that's your passion. Find a way to monetize that.
Yeah.
And I know, like, oh, Dot, man, it's easy for you to say, you on TV, I wasn't always on TV, my nigga.
Exactly.
I wasn't always on radio. I wasn't always traveling doing it, like, but I always stuck to what I enjoyed doing.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are like, are you tripping? That's selfish. Or so you just gonna tell jokes your whole life? So everything ain't funny, nigga. I have found a way to make everything funny and tell jokes my whole life, nigga.
Yeah.
And provide for my family with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I raise my kids. I provide for my wife and myself. Like, and I love doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I swear to God, man, like, find what and again, like, I wasn't always an entrepreneur. I had to work for people. Like, I worked at Sonic for years. Like, Sonic was my first job. When I went to college, I went back and got another job at Sonic in Winston-Salem. Like, I am a fucking professional Sonic employee.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I hate Sonic, but I ain't gonna lie.
Nigga, you hate Sonic?
I hate Sonic.
Nigga, fuck you.
I hate Sonic.
I could go to Sonic right now and make you a regular chili cheese coney, nigga.
Or
cherry limeade. I'll never forget any of that stuff.
Bro, that shit give me the bubble guts, but I hate Sonic.
Oh yeah, it's gonna give you a bubble gut. But what restaurant ain't gonna give you the bubble gut?
True.
Thank you. Anyways, when I get my 10 streams of income and I clock my first M, I'm gonna buy me a Sonic franchise.
A word.
I'm gonna have some of the baddest car hops. They're gonna be so thick and bad. We only gonna be open during the warm seasons.
Yeah.
Oh my God, they're gonna be out there on them skates, them big old asses hanging out, them little bitty shorts. Welcome to Sonic. Would you like a chili cheese coney? I got your chili cheese coney right here. That's what I'm saying. But even when I worked at Sonic though, for real, like I was still the funny dude.
Yeah.
Like motherfuckers would love when I came to work. Like, yo, what up, Doc? What's up? We joking the whole 8 hours.
Yeah.
I would have not employees, but customers come up and just love me being there. And hey, Doc. Oh, no, I wasn't Doc then, but hey, Brian, or hey, B, or that type vibe. Like, when I worked at Sears, anywhere I've ever worked at, like I've always been. So when people see me now, when they hear me on the radio or they see me on television, anybody would be like, man, I always knew that nigga was gonna do that kind of shit. It's just always been that. That's always been Brian, man. Like he just always been a goofy ass nigga. Like, so it's no surprise that I'm doing what I'm doing, man. Like, if you tell somebody you're doing something, they like, for real, you do that? That ain't where you supposed to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Like, when folks see you, they're like, you doing podcast stuff, like, oh, that's what's up. Like, you in your lane. Stay in your lane. It might not pay off for years.
Yeah.
But when it does pay off, it's going to be so rewarding because it's something that you stood firm behind. It's something that you enjoyed doing, and it brought you pleasure. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, bro, man. That's kind of what my company that I have now is all about. Like, you know, like our true greatness isn't, it's really not about achievement, but it's about our service to others. And I hopefully, like, this podcast really exemplified that.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so. No, I appreciate this, man. Like, I'm glad we finally got a chance to do this joint. I appreciate anybody that's listening to this, whether it's iTrue.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the name of iTrue?
No, Power 30.
Power 30. Just because you support the Power 30, I appreciate you for listening in. Or if you saw my name on here, you support me, I appreciate that, man. Like I'm just as normal as anybody else, man. I tell people that all the time. Like, they see me out in public and I saw you out there. I wanted to ask for a picture. Nigga, do that. Like I am human, my nigga. Like I love doing stuff like that. Like, I love making folks feel special. I was at the store the other day and this lady, she was like, we were just talking about you in the car. And I was like, who? She was like, me and my husband and my 3 daughters. I was like, for real? Like, what was y'all saying? She was like, well, Drankins was just on the radio. And we were just saying how we just love y'all, man, because y'all just so y'all all the time. Like, wherever we see y'all, y'all are y'all. And I was like, dang, that's what's all. Like, where your car parked at? She was like, right there. And I was like, bet. So I walk outside and I walk up to the car. And her husband's in the driver's. He's like, yo! And I could see in his head, he was like, we were just talking about it. You know what I'm saying? So he didn't say it, but I could see that he was feeling that. So he rolled down the window and I was like, yo, I heard there was 3 little girls in here talking junk to me, talking junk about me. So they all look and he was like, y'all know who that is? And they was like, no. I was like, that's Bdaht. And they go hammering that. You know what I'm saying? So now we all on the Snapchat. And that was a moment. And I told her, like, she hit me up on in my DMs on Instagram or something. She was like, my kids are still talking about you. I appreciate you so much for doing that. And I was like, yo, I appreciate you for giving me the opportunity to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a moment for both of us. That was a moment for me and for the kids. Like, they'll never forget that. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'll never forget that. Like, seeing their faces, like, and it's me, my nigga. Like, I am Brian McLaughlin. I am Irene's oldest son, my nigga. I am Jeff and Melissa's older brother. I am Isaiah and Ryan's daddy. I am Carla's husband. I am a regular person. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so, living an extraordinary life.
I live a very extraordinary life. I live a very extraordinary. But the fact that people still view me as some sort of status or some sort of goals or like, I'm just blessed, bro. Like, so it's my responsibility to make you feel just as special as you make me feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my responsibility, dog. It's my responsibility to go back and let these kids that grew up like me, in poverty. Like, I didn't know we were poor as shit, my nigga. Like, I didn't know we were getting free lunch because we were poor. Nigga, I thought we hit the lunch lottery or some shit, my nigga. Like, I didn't know what the fuck it was. You feel me? Like, but the fact that we grew up poor and like, but I'm still successful. Like, I can go and buy whatever pretty much within reason I want to buy. Like, that's an accomplishment. And I want to go back and tell little kids that look like me, like, you too can do that. Like, it's not, like, it takes work. But you can do that, dog. Like, and like, we just have responsibilities. Matter of fact, I'm starting a new challenge, man. Do your part challenge. Do your part challenge, man. When you out doing stuff, man, like when you out talking to the kids and you out uplifting the community, hashtag do your part challenge, man. Like, we should all do our part and we should hold each other accountable. I think it goes to that Bible verse, like, to whom much is given, much is required.
Much is required.
Much is required.
Like, when God blesses us with a lot, much is required for you to give.
You have to, dog. And it's not always financially. It's not always a monetary give, like giving your time, giving some words of encouragement, giving some advice. That can go way further than money can ever go. You know what I'm saying? Like, information is free. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've lived so much and I've lived so many lives. Like, again, like, I was a felon at 16, my nigga. Like, I done been in and out of more prisons than probably some of your favorite rappers. Like, I've been locked up in more cities
Yeah.
over bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, man. Like, so to be here and to be able to be a living testimony, like, I have a responsibility, dog, and I don't take that lightly. Hashtag do your part challenge.
Yeah, man. We want to thank Bdaht for
Yeah.
taking the time to talk with us today. Again, this has been another episode of the Power 30 podcast.
Absolutely, man. Follow me on my social media. I am Bdaht. 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 It's an acronym. Bdaht. Big Dick and Hairy Testicles.
Word.
Well, actually, Big Dick and Hairless Testicles, because I get waxed.
Well, on that note, we out.